Yo, what's going on? My name is Dokudi, and today we're going to be talking about an individual who made a video about my video in regards to MoistCr1TiKal and his take on the burning warehouse situation, about the whole they weren't paying me enough to live. Somebody made a video about that and by the name of SH, so we're going to be responding to that and seeing what they have to say, which I'm going to let you know right now isn't of much merit. But if you want to get into some small YouTuber drama, kick back, grab you a sausage. We finna get into this foolishness.
A few days ago, I saw a video from a very small content creator that has around 1K subs, and they made a video that I don't particularly like all that much, and it all has to do with a creator that goes by the name of MoistCr1TiKal. You might have heard of him before, or maybe not. Critical made a video on an individual that decided to burn down their place of work, that being a warehouse, because they weren't being paid enough money, which I can understand. Like, if you're putting all this hard work and effort in, then you probably deserve to make more money, but you can't burn down an entire warehouse. It's a crime and you will get arrested for it. You can't do that. And so this guy did not like what Critical had to say and does not agree with him, which is fine. My main problem with this video is that it relies on one-sided arguments and one-sided arguments alone.
No. Your main, and see, I have the gift of foresight, so I know that this isn't his main problem. But your main problem with the video is that I talked about your big daddy. That's your main problem, which you make very clear later on in the video. But anyways, one thing I can't stand is a contrarian nigga who points out something about an argument but keeps it vague. One-sided argument. It's like you just want to say shit that makes you sound more credible than you are. In what way do I make a one-sided argument? In my video, I say that I find MoistCr1TiKal's takeaway to be tone deaf because instead of discussing causality, he'd rather point the finger at the little guy. He completely disregards what would lead someone to do something careless and makes it a personal failure of the guy and insults his intelligence rather than the system. If he had if he was just like, yeah, warehouse fires aren't the way to go, but I can understand how you could be brought down to this point. What would have been better is X, Y, or Z. That would have been fine. But he rather boiled down the choice the man made to destroy his life as something that's just stupid, or he got too angry. And why did MoistCr1TiKal do that? I'll tell you why. Because it's easier. That's why. Because it makes for a better video to shit out of his ass and continue pushing slop. That's why. Because it's playing it safe. That's why. Because MoistCr1TiKal is a wealthy man and can't understand what it's really like to be pushed to that point. That's why his take is tone deaf, because he isn't able to engage in the nuance of what happened because of his privilege. The same way you're not because of your privilege. He literally can't fucking hear the situation for what it is. You say, you can't burn down a warehouse. It's a crime and you will be arrested. Like, no, duh, nigga. Obviously, but I don't care about your appeal to authority. Nobody is saying otherwise. But this idea that burning down a warehouse is this super cardinal sin that should be addressed, instead of the man slaving his life away so hard that he thought, fuck, I may as well burn this bitch down. It's just stupid. I don't blame someone who's been abused all their life for blowing the fuck up. It was bound to happen. Should they have blown up? No. Are they completely absolved of any responsibility? No. But when I'm trying to fix the problem, what matters more is the cause of the problem, not the person themselves. So I blame the abusers because they are the source of the problem, and they are why the problem will continue. Every time we take our attention away from them and focus on the little guy, they win every single time. And Critical has too fat of a fan base to be having takes like he had. He's a large influencer. His words stick with people. It's that simple. All right, next.
I can understand what this guy is trying to say, and I can almost agree with him. The problem is that he conveys his arguments pretty poorly. I'd even argue that he doesn't even have any to begin with. So let's take a look at this video and see what it has to offer.
They want to do this shit through the system. They want to wait and wait and wait and wait. And why? Because he has the fucking money to. Of course it's going to be stupid to you to throw your life away, but to him there was no life worth throwing away. So this is exactly how those big fat ass companies want you to think. Well, what about the people this? What about the people that? Revolution is not had through zero sacrifice. Look back in history. We're never gonna get a fucking Disney ending. Some people will have to lose something for us to get somewhere, bruh. We can't keep dancing all fucking day like you can because you have $40 fucking million in your account. Who knows how much fucking money, right? So of course to you, it's stupid. And later in the video, he goes on to say people are out of tune in reality because they're supporting this and it's very dangerous, yada yada. The system we live in right now is very fucking dangerous. But it can also be very comfortable, especially for people in your position. It's very easy to forget that someone somewhere is losing something at all times. That phone you buy, someone somewhere is help making that shit like a slave for a penny on a dime. Like this system isn't working. There's violence everywhere, right? If you work a 9 to 5 every single fucking day, in and out every single fucking day, it becomes dangerous to your life. It makes you not give a fuck about certain things. That is the best solution. I don't know what you were thinking. Is you don't point a finger at the violence being done under the system, the violence of not being able to eat proper food and eating slop every fucking day because it's all you can afford, the violence of being told to come in for 12-hour shifts each and every fucking day, whether you're sick, whether it's cold, rain, sleet, or snow, each and every day, and damn, you miss one motherfucking day. Now, the roof over your head is at risk. You don't talk about the violence of not being able to afford health insurance. But doo-doo brain, people are so doo-doo brain, they support this doo-doo burned down a fucking factory. Like, this is what you point a finger at. You're a waste of influence, brother. Seriously. We absolutely need revolution. And it starts with things like this. And so when people with a platform this massive say stupid, tone-deaf shit, and then speak with such confidence, like they're the arbiter of opinions, like that shit just pisses me off. People are too comfortable. And I don't know if it comes from movies where, Disney movies and shit like that, where everybody gets a happy ending and none of the heroes lose anything or anybody, yada, yada, so forth. But this idea that whatever approach we take has to be without loss is absolutely fucking ridiculous. We're currently losing every single day. There's not gonna be a treatment on Earth. There's not a medical treatment on Earth. There's not gonna be a method on Earth that does not have some level of loss. But that's the thing. People need to get more used to loss. We should care enough about the next person that when we see them struggling, we rally behind them. They lose understanding of this shit at some point. This man is gonna lose years of his life. And who do we point the finger at? We point it at just him. It's his personal failure, right? But it's nothing about the system we live in and how it requires you to constantly run on a wheel all the fucking time, all the time. And dare you take a step off that shit for 1 fucking second, you will feel that fire like you've never felt before.
All right, wow, let's try to break this down. So from what I'm getting here, it seems that this guy does not like the current state of the world that we're living in, which is perfectly valid. I don't like it either, and I do wish things would get better. However, this guy's solution is legitimate warfare, terrorism. That's what this guy wants. He wants a full-fledged war to break out. We all need to come together and take down the evil corporations and burn down their warehouses and let people get killed in the process. You can't make this shit up. This is what this guy wants. He wants World War III and 9/11-2 to break out. Listen, man, I understand what you're trying to say.
No, you don't get what I'm trying. Niggas are already dying for absolutely nothing. People are homeless, impoverished on a grand scale. People are in war, you jackass. You just don't see it because you're too busy servicing MoistCr1TiKal. This weird ass, you can't make this shit up shit. You're trying to gas up like I'm the one who's not seeing the bigger picture. People are suffering under the system. The same system you listen to about the legality of burning down a warehouse every single day in the United States and beyond. That is my point. These people are suffering and these people are dying. And you don't seem to get that is what is more ridiculous, that we should be focused on, what Critical should have been focused on. And you also don't get it because you are also too comfortable. Nigga, don't tell me I can't make points, nigga. You're not catching them. You niggas tell me I'm ridiculous because I want people. First off, I don't want people to die. But the reality of the matter is, whether we continue on with how things are or we actually make a step for something to change, people will die. They will die regardless. So, and right now, they're dying for nothing. Stop acting like there's no harm in the current system. You niggas keep saying that like everything right now is fine and dandy, and I'm asking for us to burn down everything. Everything right now is not fine and dandy. It may be for you, it may be for Steven, it may be for Bevan, but it's not for everybody. And that's the fucking problem. There are people who can live comfortably under the system, while there are other people who can fucking feel like their life is worth so little they would burn down a warehouse and do other shit. That's where crime comes from, period. Mostly is people in poverty. People who are impoverished and feel like they have no other choice. Next one.
But if you think actual warfare is going to fix that, then you're a psychopath that probably should go get therapy or should be locked up behind a jail cell. I have never met a person like this who has had these thoughts before. I don't know if this guy is doing well mentally. From watching this video, I have to guess that there's something going on with him, and if he isn't doing good mentally, then I do feel for him. I think this video would be a lot better if it had nothing to do with Critical. Just talk about this topic alone without Critical being mentioned. His take was reasonable. You can't burn down a warehouse. It's illegal. You'll go to jail for it.
And that's your truth. And that's what it's really about. I spoke ill about your entertainment source, your entertainment donkey. See, that shit you just said about what I want making no sense is completely irrelevant when you follow it up with, well, it would have been fine if it wasn't about MoistCr1TiKal. Nick, how? Do you disagree with my point, or do you love your big daddy? Make up your mind. But you're gonna tell me I don't make any points. Nigga, shut your ass.
How do we now live in an age where we're now justifying this behavior?
The same reason we live in an age where we point the finger at what the little guy does and expect the result. The shit makes no sense. It shouldn't get to this point, but it has to, one way or the other. The difference between you and I is that we're already living under the rules of your side. And I'm not gonna, and let me be clear, the video I made, it was emotional. I didn't script it. I don't really script my videos, but I don't think the best way is burning down warehouses. I don't think that. The whole point I made the video, the point that you missed is that MoistCr1TiKal pointing at the man instead of the system, which is the causality for why it happened, is silly. It's stupid and it's lazy. That's my point. I may have used hyperbole in my original video, and for that, I apologize. But I was pretty clear about why I was upset with MoistCr1TiKal. Why I would be upset with any nigga with a large following with these safe-ass takes. It's unproductive to be pointing the finger at the little man. It just is.
Motherfucker recorded it. Oh, but don't worry, it's an act of justice to this guy. No, it's not, dumbass. This guy is incapable of forming any good argument for the life of him, and when he tries, he fails. The only thing this guy can come up with is war, people dying, and more war. Just that's all this video has to offer.
And when he tries, he fails. Anywho, I don't think burning down a warehouse is an act of justice. I do think, and I said this in the video, it's dumb to be more concerned about that, making a video centered around that and how it's wrong, but not fully addressing the causality behind said action. If the options are to persecute that guy or stand behind the burning, I'm standing behind the burning because to me, it's the lesser of the two evils. The burning of the warehouse is wrong, and so is inflicting wage slavery upon the people. But take your guess which one is done globally as we speak right now and will continue if we do nothing. I'll let you think because I know that's hard for you when your judgment is clouded, when your daddy's the topic of discussion. Anywho, if all you got from my video is, I want war, and more war, you're a Neanderthal and there's nothing much I can do for you. Aside from recommend that you and MoistCr1TiKal play it safe in the bedroom, like you niggas play it safe with your takes and your content. But yeah, I'll save you, the viewer, from hearing his annoying voice any longer. He goes on to mention that the video made him angry and thus it wasn't worth hearing what else I had to say. Who's surprised by that? He also calls me a school shooter and tells me to get help. Kind of weird. But look, I don't really care about your nasally fake concern for my mental health. Honestly, your comment section makes more reasonable arguments than this video did. Because at the end of the day, you made this video because you were mad that I brought MoistCr1TiKal into it. Not because of my arguments. Otherwise, you wouldn't have told on yourself the 2 or 3 times you did. Shit invalidates your whole video. It made it easy for me, so thank you for that. But don't come at me again and leave my Sonic fan community. But hey, back to the viewer. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Doing those wonderful, beautiful things, I'd really appreciate it. Also become a member. I think it starts at $1. And I appreciate all y'all do. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.
But I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. I stay knuckled up, I'm in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they trying to cut me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. I'm in narrow roadways running it like it's a ball game. Hand tracks be tracking me to different doorways. In a maze, and I don't know what to do. Guaranteed though, I'ma find the emeralds. Don't call me Knuckles for nothing, I get loose. Sure beats fighting with them foes all the time, but I gotta do